Computer. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with today's topic of trying to understand the basics of IFRS 15. So I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what we will try to understand is what is the significance of IFRS 15? Why? Okay. First, let's try to understand the definition of IFRS 15. IFRS 15 means revenue from contracts with customers. So it is talking about what? It is talking about revenue. Remember, it is talking about revenue. It is not talking about assets, liabilities, or anything. It is talking about revenue. And what else it is talking about? It is talking about having a contract. If I don't have a contract, do I need to comply with IFRS 15? For example, I'm a retail chain. A customer walks in, buy the product, pay the bill, and go. Do I have a contract with him? No, right? If there is an issue, let's say I'm the Walmart retail chain. Customer walks in, buy a Samsung product from me, and then a Samsung phone from me, and then walked away. There is an issue with the Samsung phone. He comes to the Walmart store and asks, "Hey, there is an issue." Then Walmart guy responds saying, "You connect to the Samsung. This is what your warranty card is. You go and connect with them." Correct? Walmart guy will not take, "Hey, sorry, let me try to fix this Samsung issue." They will not say that, right? So they are just a facilitators or a mediators between you and a Samsung product. If you have any issue with a product that you purchased from Walmart, you can quote anywhere saying that I purchased it from this Walmart. This is my warranty card. Can you please fix this? So in this case, do you have a contract, any legal obligation for the repairing the product from a Walmart side to you? The answer is no. They'll just a facilitator. They'll facilitate with you and Samsung. Of course, they will support you in terms of saying that, hey, this guy purchased the product from me and it is a genuine purchase. Can you please fix it? So in this case, there is no contract. So even though
If
there is a
I,
revenue, yeah.
Rohit, if I buy on installment payments with Walmart, the same phone there?
Same. Okay, let's say you buy a phone from a Walmart on installment basis. Your software got an issue. Would you go to Walmart? Would you call Samsung product?
Samsung. No,
Samsung.
like for the installment payments, I'm buying the phone. I'm taking the phone, but every month I'm going to pay. But till I pay the whole lump sum amount, I'm not, they are not going to incur the revenue, right? Till that time,
No,
the
forget about
revenue will
incurring
be
revenue.
not
No, we are not talking about the revenue at all here. We are trying to understand from the concept of contract.
just
Revenue
a
has a
contract.
different concepts. We'll come to revenue concepts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So from this point of view, you are buying an item on an installment basis from Walmart. So Walmart will try to provide you the phone. If there is an issue with the phone, you will connect to the phone manufacturer. Let's say you are buying an Apple phone from a Walmart on installment basis. Now you have an issue with Apple software update. You contact to the Apple Care and then try to fix it. Right? If you got a broken phone from Walmart, then it's a Walmart responsibility. Right? Correct or not?
Product wise, it is it is responsible with the Walmart, but
Not
for the
even
service,
product wise. Not even product wise. Only at the time of sale, if you have to see whether the product is broken or a good shape or not. If it is a good shape, the moment you step out of the store, if there is any issue with the product, you contact the product manufacturer, not the Walmart. You have a software updates, you contact Apple Care. You have a screen blockage issue, you contact nearest Apple technical support team and try to fix that. Right? You can go back and say to Walmart, hey, you gave me a defective product, then they might exchange the product, but they will not try to fix it for you. Right? Even if they're trying to fix it for you, they will not fix it. They will again send it to Apple. Right? Which means they're acting as a mediator. They're not taking the complete responsibility from you, saying that, hey, the moment you purchase a phone, I'm the completely responsible for it. No. You have an issue, you bring it to me, I'll go and bring it, put it to the Apple. They will fix it for you. I'll take that phone again and give it to you. Okay. So, and the contract should be with whom? With a customer. Let's say I'm a supplier and I have a contract. Can I apply IFRS 15? The answer is no. You cannot apply IFRS 15 in a cases where you have a revenue from contract, you have a revenue from customers, but no contract. You cannot apply IFRS 15. You have a revenue from a contracts, but not with a customer. You cannot apply IFRS 15 again. I mean, same concept, whether IFRS 15, US GAAP, or ASC, or Ind AS, or Malaysian Financial Regulation, MFRS, or Singapore Regulation, whatever it is. The name is same. You should have a revenue from a customer, from a contract. If any of these three words are missing, then you cannot apply IFRS 15. Now, why we are focusing so much on the revenue? How many of you are aware about SACHM scam? Do you know, majority of the people are having around 15 years experience, right? There is a company called SACHM, you know, right?
Yeah.
SACHM Systems. It is once considered as Indian Microsoft. But why they fall so badly? Because they cook their books. What do you mean by cook their books? The revenue, let's say they made a revenue of 100 million. They increase this to 500 million. They increase the numbers. They increase the revenues. They inflated the revenues. Why? To inflate their stock prices. Why do they need to inflate the stock prices? To increase the valuations. So why to increase the valuation? So that investors like you and me, everybody will try to jump in and see, hey, SACHM is doing wonderful. Let's buy the shares. So they try to cook their books by way of increasing their revenues, increasing their numbers, yeah, and try to do this all. So by that, they have inflated the revenue numbers and they have inflated everything. They cook their books and that's how the downfall has started. So which means the revenue is a very crucial number for any organization to see how the company is performing. Yeah. If your revenue is bad, nobody would be interested in investing in your company. Also, the way the operations are changing, for example, earlier we never imagined that I'm sitting in India, can order a product in US and get it delivered to my friend in China. Can I do this in 10 years back? The answer is no. Or can I do this in 20 years back? The answer is no. So the dynamics of the business are changing. So there is a regulation, there is a requirement to have a new accounting standard as well. Also, majority of the times, companies who are majorly focusing on B2B businesses have now started focusing on B2C also. What is B2B? Business to business. From business to business to consumer. So business to business means one company is selling to another company and the other company is selling it to the customers. So they're trying to avoid the middleman and directly the main company itself is selling it to the customers, which they could have never imagined in the past. But all these things are happening. So which is why there is a need to have a new revenue accounting standard. Because of the way we are dealing with the business, because of the way the number of crimes that are coming up on the revenue recognition, because of the way the changes are happening in the business. Okay. So the same thing we discussed here. And then from a IFRS 15 point of view, the standard is applicable in almost all the cases. IFRS 15 is an accounting regulation. So how many of you know what is an accounting standard? Because from the beginning we are talking about IFRS 15, ASC, US GAAP, etc., etc. But what is an accounting standard? Okay. Anyone have any idea about accounting concepts? What are the three fundamental accounting concepts? There are three fundamental accounting assumptions.
You mean golden rules of accounting, like
No.
what comes in credit?
No. The fundamental accounting assumptions or concepts are going concern, consistency, and accrual. So what is going concern means you have to assume that the company you are working for, the company that you are preparing your books of accounts is continuing forever, even though you have incurred huge losses. Because if you are not taking an assumption that this company is continuing forever, you would have a different accounting treatment. That's why going concern is a very important factor. And then consistency. Consistency says the same accounting standards are applied for a consistent period of time, for a longer period of time. Does that mean I should not change the accounting standard? No. It means that, let's say you applied last year one concept, one accounting standard. This year also you adopt the same accounting standard. You do not go back and change to a different accounting standard unless the legal regulation required to do so. Let's say the old revenue recognition standard is there. Let's call it as IFRS for now. A new IFRS is called IFRS 15. Yeah. So the consistency principle says I have to follow the old accounting standard consistently. Does that mean I need to follow old IFRS with ignoring IFRS 15? The answer is no. You have to follow IFRS 15 because a new regulation has come in place of the old regulation. Whenever this new regulation has come in place of old regulation, you have to follow the new accounting standard. So that is also called consistency. Accrual means you need to recognize the cost, you need to recognize the revenue as and when they are incurred rather than as and when they are spent. For example, rent at the end of the month is payable but not paid. It's still recognized as a rent, as an expenditure, even though it is not paid, right? So those are the three fundamental accounting concepts or assumptions that based on which we prepare the financial statements. What is financial statements? Financial statements are nothing but your profit and loss account, your balance sheet, your cash flows, and your notes to accounts. Okay. So all these four are called financial statements. Whenever you prepare these financial statements, you have to keep in mind these three accounting concepts, and you have to prepare these financial statements by following certain accounting standards. Now, again, what is this accounting standard? Accounting standards gives you a way of how you recognize certain transaction in your books. So accounting standards is nothing but a guidance. Now, who will frame these accounting standards? There is something called Accounting Standard Board, ASP. Accounting Standard Board is there, which will frame these accounting standards. Now the question arises, hey, there is an IFRS accounting standard, there is a US GAAP accounting standard, there is an Indian accounting standard. So who will frame all this? Well, IFRS is an international accounting standard. So we have called International Accounting Standard Board, IASB. The International Accounting Standard Board will frame this accounting standard. Now, imagine if this International Accounting Standard Board has only US GAAP, US people as representatives. Do you think Europe would accept it? They'll say, no, you guys are only thinking from your side and framing the accounting standard and asking us to implement it. Or if only Europe is there and US is not there, do you think US guy would accept it? Let's say only Indian people are there, do you think Australian guys will accept it? No, right? So the International Accounting Standard Board will have representatives, 2 representatives from each country. Each country will have 2 representatives. Okay. So these 2 guys will sit together along with the rest of the team and try to form an accounting standard which is the best for everybody. Okay. Now, what happens to the US GAAP? They will also have an accounting standard board. Indian, they will also have an accounting standard board. So this US GAAP will try to look at International Accounting Standard Board and try to adopt to the IFRS in the local version of US. Again, Indian accounting standard, this accounting standard board will try to take the IFRS and adopt to the local accounting standards. Okay. Clear?
So US companies will follow the US GAAP, correct? Not the
Correct.
IFRS.
Not the IFRS. They'll follow US GAAP.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any further questions on this? So we understand what is an accounting standard, who will frame this accounting standard, how the accounting standard is being framed.
Even if the company is located globally, then they should follow IFRS as well, right? Along
Yeah.
with the US.
So from a SAP perspective, I'll say, because majority of the SAP consultants, they'll have two ledgers, right? 0L and 2L.
Yeah.
So they'll keep 0L as a universal accounting standard IFRS and 2L as a US GAAP, which means they'll follow to both accounting principles.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying this because everybody are from SAP background. Otherwise, I would say both the accounting standards they will have to comply with. One is for the group level, another one is at a country level. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Now, so for which scenario this IFRS 15 is applicable? Again, I'm saying this IFRS 15, but the same naming is applicable for US GAAP, same thing applicable for India's also. So if I say for IFRS, it is applicable for all. Please remember that. Okay. So IFRS 15. Now, in which scenario this is applicable? Do we have any industry limitations? No. It is applicable for all. It is applicable for all, regardless of the industry that you are in, regardless of the country you are in, regardless of the company code you are in, regardless of what you are in. However, there are certain exceptions for which this scenario is not applicable. For example, you have insurance contracts. There are two parties for the insurance, right? One is the insurer, another one is the insuree, right? Can I consider insurer is the person who is selling it and the insurer is the person who is buying it, right? Can I apply IFRS 15 here? Standard says no, you cannot apply IFRS 15 for this concept of insurance because this is dealt by a different accounting standard. Now, let's go with the leasing. So there are two concepts again here, lessor and lessee. Can I say the lessor and lessee lease accounting is applicable for IFRS 15? The answer is no, because it is dealt by a different accounting standard. IFRS 16. Yeah. Whenever there is an additional or a different accounting standard, you cannot apply IFRS 15 for that scenario. Okay, now let's go here. So let's try to understand the cases where the IFRS 15 is not applicable. Why do we need to understand this? I'll explain this once we understand all 4 or 5 exception scenarios. Then you tell me with an example I'm quoting whether IFRS 15 is applicable or not. One is lease contracts, it's not applicable. Insurance contracts, it is not applicable. Financial instruments such as IFRS 10, consolidation of financial preparations, or IFRS 9, or IAS 28, etc. These cases is not applicable. Non-monetary exchange of goods and services. For example, I'm giving an iPhone and I'm taking Samsung S24 Ultra from you. Do you have any money exchange here? No. I gave my iPhone 16 to you and I'm taking S24 from you. Yeah, there is no monetary transaction involved here, so I cannot apply IFRS 15 here. Okay. And last case, so one is insurance contracts, lease contracts, financial instruments, and then non-monetary exchange of goods. Last contract, in a case where I cannot decide whether the party with whom I'm doing a transaction is a customer or a supplier. Do you have a scenario where you don't know whether the person you're dealing with is a customer or a supplier? Tell me, if you are making a sale or a purchase, can you identify him as a supplier or a customer? You can, right? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Then which case we are talking about saying these guys are not applicable? I cannot decide where the customer is customer or supplier. I don't know. Which scenario is that? Let's take an example. Let's say I hope all of you are aware about the telecom companies that are operating in India, right? You have Airtel and Jio, right? I'm taking this assumption because I'm not very sure of what are the technologies or what are the networks providers you have in US. So I'm taking from Indian context. Let's say Mr. X is using Airtel. I am using Jio. Yeah. Mr. X went to Kashmir. He didn't get a Airtel signal properly. Then he used Jio signal and spoke to his wife for almost 20 minutes. Okay. Now, I went to Kanyakumari. I don't have a Jio signal. I have Airtel signal. So I have taken the Airtel signal and then I spoke to my son, let's say for 30 minutes. Okay. Now, when an Airtel customer uses Jio signal, do you think Airtel as a company needs to pay to Jio? Do you think or not? Hello?
It has to.
It has to, right? When a Jio customer is using Airtel signal, do you think Jio has to pay to Airtel? It has to, right?
Yep.
Now tell me, at the end of the month, who is the customer and who is the supplier?
Both are customers and suppliers?
Both are customers and suppliers. At the end of the month, if I take the net balance, Jio is a customer to Airtel for 10 minutes. Right? 10 minutes extra he has to pay. That's the same time, same scenario, next month reverse. Here 30 minutes, here 20 minutes. Now tell me who is the customer and supplier? Airtel is a customer to Jio, correct? For 10 minutes. Now, do you really think a customer and a supplier status can be changed frequently year by month? Can you take any calculations based on that changing? No, right? So in this scenario, I cannot identify whether Airtel, let's say I'm a Jio company, whether Airtel is a customer to me or a supplier to me. I cannot identify it. It's a business partner. As long as I know, it's a business partner. So can I apply IFRS 15 in this case? The answer is no. I cannot apply because what it says, what is the definition of IFRS 15? You should have revenue from contract with the customers. Yeah? Revenue from contract with customers. If you don't have a revenue, if you don't have a customer, I cannot apply IFRS 15. Right? Right or not?
Yes.
So in this case, I cannot apply IFRS 15. So these are the exceptions where IFRS 15 is not applicable. Cannot identify supplier or a customer. So did I give any exceptions for any industry where IFRS 15 is not applicable? Did I give any exceptions to companies, countries where IFRS 15 is applicable, not applicable? No. The only exceptions are 5, which is lease contracts, financial instruments, non-monetary exchange of goods and services, insurance contracts, and cannot identify a scenario where customer or a supplier is. Except these 5 cases, all the remaining cases IFRS 15 is applicable, regardless of the industry you are in, regardless of the company you are in, regardless of the country you are in. Okay? Is it clear?
In the case of leasing, there is a contract, there is also a customer, right?
Yeah, but you have a different accounting standard called IFRS 16, right?
Okay, leasing comes under altogether a different
Correct.
standard.
Correct.
Okay.
So if you have a different accounting standard, then you go with the accounting standard which is more suitable for you rather than IFRS 15.
Okay, so the treatment would be different for leasing.
Correct. Treatment, the leasing itself will not come under IFRS 15 for the matter.
Okay.
IFRS 15 and 16 are completely different, correct?
Absolutely different. Both are completely different, nowhere linked.
So only the where the contract is applicable. For those scenarios only RAR IFRS can be applied. For
Correct.
any other industries, or for example, automobile, or it is not applicable.
No,
They
I did
cannot
not
implement
say, I
RAR.
did not say automobile or any industry, right? If your automobile company has a contract with a customer, I'll tell you, very good example, automobile. So can you tell me what are the business automobile does?
Yeah.
What
They
is that?
sell, yeah,
They sell.
car.
When they,
and sell.
yeah, let's say when they sell car, won't they provide a warranty for car or a service for car? Services
Yeah,
they
they
do, right?
provide, yes, but they
So
don't
let's say,
maintain a contract with the customer.
no, it's default.
Yes.
They don't maintain it. Let's say that you get a repair for the car. Where do you go?
Yeah, we go to the service. Yeah.
Yeah, service agents. So for the first 1 year, you will go to the authorized service dealer, right? Who is the authorized service dealer? Nothing but appointed by company, your automobile company. Let's say I'm buying a bike from Suzuki. If there is any repair, I go to Suzuki authorized dealer, get it approved. I mean, get it repaired by getting the authorized part because I have 1 year warranty. So that 1 year warranty is a contract. So for them, IFRS 15 is applicable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say you are buying an iPhone. When you buy an iPhone, what happens? Do you get an iPhone alone or anything else extra you get? You get a warranty card also, right?
Yes.
That's a contract. That's a contract for Apple. For you, it may not be a contract. For Apple, it is a contract. They have to create as a contract for revenue recognition in the system. Even though for you, it's simply one sale. So in your invoice, you will look at it as an iPhone. But from an Apple side, the invoice will have two folds, iPhone and warranty. From your invoice, from your physical invoice, you have only one line item. But from a system invoice, Apple will have two lines, iPhone and warranty. So for Apple, it's a contract. Why? For the next 1 year, if there is any repair, I have to provide service to you. Right? Let's say you buy an extended warranty for next 2 years. So for the next 3 years, if there is anything that I need to support for you, so it's a contract for me. That's why I said every industry is applicable whether you know it or not. Let's say I'm selling heavy machinery. Again, any repairs, I will support it, right? I'll provide services, right? Yeah?
Yes.
So in this scenario, it is applicable. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Any further questions? So apart from these 4 or 5 scenarios, the IFRS 15 is applicable in all the cases. Now tell me, by end of the session, let's say we are closing the session in under 10 minutes, do you think, will you be able to answer anybody who asks you whether IFRS 15 is applicable for my scenario or not?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
You should be, because there are no exceptions other than these 4 or 5. If you have an industry where there is a contract, where there is a revenue, where there is a customer, all these 3 conditions are satisfied, regardless of what industry, regardless of where you located, IFRS 15 is applicable. Right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Currently, what clients have you seen, Rohit, other than telecom? They have
I have
implemented
seen
IFRS.
IT, manufacturing, I have seen service industries, I have seen telcos. So I have even broadcasting industry, for example, BBC. BBC is implemented RAR. Why BBC needs to implement RAR?
Yes, why?
Utility company also implements RAR. But why BBC has implemented RAR? Because you have a contract. You take every month, right? Subscription for 3 months, for next 1 year you take it. Oxford
Okay,
University.
subscriptions. Yeah.
Is it Oxford? What is the university in UK? I think it's Oxford anyway. Yeah. They have implemented RAR. Why? Because they have subscriptions, journal subscriptions, right? Students subscribe to journals for next 2 years, 3 years. That's a contract. So even the universities, I will not name it as, I'll name it as broadcast rather than BBC. Yeah. So it's not just IT or telco alone. Every industry where there is a contract from a customer and where there is a revenue, then it is applicable with IFRS 15 and RAR. If an IFRS 15 is applicable, you consider blindly that the customer is using SAP, RAR is the only way solution. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I think somebody was asking, do you also provide ICMR training? Yes, I do. Group reporting and ICMR. Yeah. Okay. I think somebody needs to drop. That's fine. We'll also stop because I think we are taking extra time. So in the next session, what we are going to discuss is we are going to discuss the entire terminologies of the IFRS step by step. And then we discuss about a sample business use case and try to understand how IFRS 15 actually different from your regular accounting standard. Okay. So if everybody is okay, we'll stop it here. And in the next session, we'll start discussing with the terminologies. Like I said, first 3 sessions, you can attend it for free. I don't mind. Only when you get a comfort that this guy can deliver what he's saying, then you can come and register with me. Not an issue at all. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me. For the last 5 minutes, I'll reserve for the questions. So we have 8:27, so we can reserve another 3-4 minutes for the questions.
Thanks,
And
Rohit.
do not worry about the materials, do not worry about the servers, do not worry about configurations, questions, etc. Those are irrelevant questions. I will provide everything what you ask for. If you have any question on the concepts wise, feel free to ask me.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next would be on Monday, right? Rohit?
Yes, it will be on Monday. For US folks, it will be on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Same 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Okay.
I hope all of you are part of the group, right? Or anybody is not part of the group?
Which group is that?
Which group, Rohit?
WhatsApp group. July, I think I have created a WhatsApp group.
July
I'm not in it,
2022.
Rohit.
Would you mind to text me if you are okay to add you?
Sure, Rohit. Yeah, I can text you.
Yeah, okay.
Text you in this Zoom chat, you mean to say, Rohit?
Or you can personally text me in my WhatsApp also, so that I can add you directly in the group.
But
If
I
you
don't
have-
think I have your, I
Okay.
don't have your number.
Okay, you can text me here, I'll add you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Text me the number here, I'll add you in the group. Yeah, apart from that, any other questions, anything?
No, it was a great session, Rohit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you. Actually, I was also waiting for this. Any RAR sessions will be there. Yeah, it was good opportunity. Thank you, Rohit.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Rohit.
Thank you. I
Thank
think, did you send the text?
Mhm.
Whoever wants me to add to the group? I did
I'll
not,
do it right now.
I did not see your message.
By the way, Rohit, do you provide group reporting and ICMR training as well?
Yes, I do, but as of now, I don't have many of the students. I have to start.
Oh,
I dropped my number, Rohit.
Okay, Brian.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
thank
Bye
you,
now.
Thank
Rohit.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you all.